According to GasBuddy Labor Day travel forecast, gas prices are expected to fall to $3.27 per gallon this holiday weekend, or lower in some regions of the country. That's down 13% from a year ago and the lowest Labor Day price since 2021. Joining us now, Patrick Haan, GasBuddy, head of petroleum analysis. Patrick, thank you for being here. So what do you attribute these declines to? Is it weather? Is it geopolitics? I mean, why are we seeing a bit of relief this year?
Well, kind of a little bit of all of the above. We haven't seen heat waves, which last year knocked out refineries, especially on the West Coast and the Corn Belt. That happened going into Labor Day. That's why last year's national average was nearly 50 cents a gallon higher than this year, as well as falling oil prices. Now, some of that can be blamed on the slowdown in the economy. The U.S. and China both not seeing as much oil demand and gasoline demand compared to last year. And so that breathing room has provided the room for gas prices to decline. And it's going to get better here as we get into Labor Day. Prices are continuing to drop. We expect by Labor Day another 7-cent drop or so. And it gets better. We're already tracking 7 states below $3 a gallon, and 20% of the nation's gas stations already reporting a price below $3. And those numbers will continue to rise as we get into the fall.
I'm curious about the interplay between consumer behavior with regard to EVs and gas demand. And I ask because you've got Ford and GM recently kind of recalibrating their EV ambitions. And largely that's due to just consumer behavior and the decision by a lot of consumers to opt for a hybrid or just a traditional type of car. How do you think gas prices play a role there? And what does that mean for demand for gas if we are seeing such a large-scale recalibration relative to what we were expecting?
Yeah, that's a great question. Something we're talking about here at this convention is all of that talk about manufacturers that are moving back to hybrids, kind of away from some of those EVs. Americans in some areas just not quite ready. And with lower energy prices, Americans like the reliability of having a vehicle that they can both run on battery power for a certain amount of miles and also then have the reliance of the massive fuel network, the 150,000 gas stations across the country. That's part of the conversation that is limiting somewhat the return of gasoline demand to pre-pandemic levels. But that's certainly something that Americans are looking more at, that is hybrids rather than full-on electric vehicles. And we're seeing manufacturers certainly change to pivot to that result that Americans are looking for more of those mild hybrids.
I would say I never thought about that, Patrick. What would you call it? VoltBuddy.com, electric? And I'm glad for you that it's
I think you've got a lot of great ideas there, you know. I think you're definitely onto something.
If you're looking at actually electricity prices. You know, I couldn't help but think, though, Patrick, it's a beautiful system, isn't it, the way the dynamics of supply and demand kind of override everything else? I mean, if these companies decided $5 a gallon gas would be awesome.
Yeah.
They can't do it. You can't do it. You can't put it at $5. We don't need controls. Things happen based on supply and demand. Do they not?
I love that this is a supply and demand story. And you know what? We're going to hear more of it getting closer to the election. We're going to have finger pointing. But at the end of the day, you know, it's all about global supply and demand, not just in the U.S. The U.S. certainly one of the bigger stories, and China. But this is good old Econ 101.
All right. Volt Buddy. What Amp Buddy? What do you think it should be?
I think Fuel Buddy still kind of covers
Fuel Buddy still, not really. If you're plugging it in, not really.
These are some great ideas.
These are.
Power Buddy.
Power Buddy. I like that.
Power Pal.
You know what? I think you have some time, Patrick.
Power Pal. If you go with
good news is I think you got
listening to all the ideas.
This will serve it.
I think you got some time before everyone. Well, they built 2 charging stations, I think, with the IRA money, didn't they? How many? Are they working on 3?
Subtract it.
Yeah. Well, I like Power Pal with Patrick because it's got a nice alliteration there.
Oh, there you go.